In this video, we're going to show you the best way to record your swing. So the first thing we need is our phone with the Handy Golf app installed on it. That ClearSwingIQ technology is going to give you really clear videos of your golf swing, and also we have that auto detect so you don't even have to worry about pressing a button. The second thing we need is a tripod. They don't need to be expensive. I like this one, it's about $30 off Amazon, and it folds up in the golf bag and it makes it super easy. It's even got MagSafe, but any tripod is going to do. The only thing that I will say is if you are on an uneven surface or a windy day, you may need a heavier duty tripod or a wider base for a tripod. So they're the two pieces of equipment. Now let's look at down the line and face on and how we film the golf swing. So let's talk about how to film down the line. Now the first thing I like to do is get an alignment stick or a club and place it down like so. So we have a frame of reference, and this alignment stick is going to be where the hands are, which is going to be very important. Now what we need to talk about is the tripod placement in terms of the distance and the height. So what we need to do is get a consistent distance from the ball. The thing with filming your golf swing is making sure we are consistent, because if the camera moves around, it can make the golf swing look very different. So I like to pace off about 8 paces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. So that's about 8 to 10 feet. And then I can place the camera and tripod about 8 to 10 foot away. Like I say, I like to keep this consistent. And then in terms of the tripod height, I'm going to make this tripod around hip height, and that's going to be my frame of reference for every time I film my golf swing, because if we keep it consistent, it just makes it so much more accurate when we do analyze our golf swing. So now all we need to do is open the Handy Golf app and press that camera button. If we have the auto record setting set, we don't have to worry about anything. Then what we can do is step in, and the key checkpoints that we want to look for is the hands are going to be directly in line with that camera lens. We don't want to move around and not be in line with the camera lens. We also want to make sure that the camera is at right angles to our target. We don't want the camera pointing left or right, because that can often mess up the angles. So we've got this position where that camera is set opposite the hands. It's about 8 to 10 foot away, and the camera height is around hip height. And then all we need to do is take a golf swing, and then that is going to auto detect our swing, and then we can save it and analyze it. Now let's talk about recording your swing from face on. So the same thing applies. The camera is going to be around 8 to 10 feet away, and it's going to be around waist high. Now instead of placing the alignment stick down the line, we're going to place that in the center like so. And then what we can do is just make sure that the camera and the tripod is aligned to that center line. So as you can see now, I'm directly in the center of the camera here. You can see how the camera lens of my iPhone is directly aiming at my hands. Again, we want that camera at right angles. We don't want it off center, because that can really affect the angles. It's really important. I'm going to really reiterate that. And then we've got that auto record set, and all we need to do is just make a swing. It's going to record our golf swing, then we can obviously save it and analyze it. So the key takeaways for analyzing your swing is making sure we have the camera set in the same position every time. So a good rule of thumb for down the line is the camera should be level with the hands, the height of the camera around waist high, and then about 8 to 10 feet away. For face on, we want that camera centered on the hands. We can again use that alignment stick to help us line up, or even a club, and again the camera is going to be around waist high and around 8 to 10 feet away. What the key takeaway is here is just make sure you are consistent, because if you are consistent with that camera placement, it makes it a lot easier to analyze the swing, because the camera placement isn't distorting that swing, so it's just making your swing recordings that much more accurate.